everybody, in this video I'm going to tell you about what I thought about design school.
Welcome to Design Education with Mia.
So I want to stress that this video is only about my opinion and my experience with my specific design school. I went to design school in Paris, and the French system is known for its heavy workload. It's very intense and demanding, and so you may want to check out what the systems are like before applying to different countries. I discovered so many things in school. I also learned the methodology needed for design thinking, which is the main aspect of going to design school. I think that design school brought me a lot of things, but I also think that it lacked in some aspects. During my first year of design school, the workload was just huge. There was so much to do, but it was a good way of learning how to manage stress and work at the same time. I really enjoyed my second and third year a lot more because they were a lot more directed towards industrial design. During my time in design school, I really enjoyed this one class in particular called General Knowledge. I really enjoyed that class in particular because I think as a designer you need to stay aware of multiple issues and multiple situations, multiple scenarios and things that are happening around us in order to find these problems and find solutions to them. So let's jump into the things that are lacking. This is the fun part. So in my school particularly, there were a lot of issues, but I think that some of these issues are also recurring in most design schools. So I do think that there should be a lot more hours dedicated to learning different software, especially since there are so many. I think in regards to my university especially, because I got a chance to look at other design universities and see what they do, I think that my university needs to definitely boost its prototyping classes. I think that there's a lot of stress put on design students to draw well. I feel like we should be reorienting that to say that sketching is an important tool, and to be able to represent something correctly is important as a designer. It isn't important to know how to draw well, and it isn't important to be an artist, to be a designer. But you do need to be able to communicate your ideas, and I feel like that's not stressed enough. I came into design school without any drawing basics. It was basically just me drawing at home, and I wasn't even doing it that regularly. And so I started design school without any real drawing skills. The only advice that I really got from my drawing teachers was draw every day, which is good advice. It just didn't help me at the time because I didn't even have any kind of basics. I mean, I could show you some of the drawings that I used to do, and honestly, they're just horrible, you know? And I thought that it lacked. I did have one teacher though, awesome, who sat down with me and gave me all these tricks like, you know, line weight and, you know, shadows. And I think another issue is that we don't teach design students to communicate with other professionals they are going to interact with in the workplace, and how to show them what you want executed specifically. What kind of medium, you know, other than a technical drawing, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to communicate my ideas with an engineer or, you know, so I think that that's lacking in design school. I feel like something that would be really, really cool is a bigger focus on how designers can use their skills in the workplace. I feel like design schools could take a few classes, a few interventions to show students how they can utilize their skills, and then see if they can get it funded or if they can get, you know, attention for it, if they could get investors. I mean, how cool would that be if you had just a year of that class where the goal was to make and produce and sell potentially a product, and maybe some of them could even get a patent. How cool would that be? It's so cool, so cool. I'm just so cool. One last thing I will say about schools is that I think that they should listen to their students and take their complaints and their comments about the programs, because I think that students, especially in design where it's a creative field, students can come up with some creative solutions to some of the problems that the program can face. Alright, so that's all about my experience in design school. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you did, comment and tell me about your experience with design school, or tell me whether or not you want to try design school. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you later.